The cyber battlefield has become as crucial as traditional warfare, with high-profile cyber attacks targeting governments, corporations, and critical infrastructure worldwide. From healthcare systems brought to their knees to state-sponsored espionage campaigns, the first half of this year has demonstrated the escalating stakes of cyber warfare. Grab your tinfoil hats and brace yourselves. This ride is full of data breaches, ransomware, and international tensions. Let's dive into the top cyber incidents of the year, shall we? The French distributed denial of service attacks debacle. This year saw one of the most intense distributed denial of service attacks in recent memory. Over 300 web domains associated with the French government were taken offline, affecting 177,000 IP addresses. The chaos, orchestrated by the hacker group Anonymous Sudan, left the French public service websites limping for days. The attack wasn't just an inconvenience, it was a calculated strike designed to erode public trust in governmental institutions. While the group claimed the attack was a response to anti-Muslim activity, suspicions arose that Russia might have had a hand in this digital disaster. The incident sparked debates about the vulnerability of critical national infrastructure and highlighted the need for better defensive measures against such sophisticated attacks. Change Healthcare ransomware attack. If you think paying your medical bills is a hassle, imagine not being able to pay them at all. That was the reality for many in the US when Change Healthcare, the largest operator of health payment processing, was hit by a ransomware attack. This cyber attack, led by the notorious Russia-based group Black Cat, froze payments across the country, costing healthcare providers an estimated $100 million per day. Beyond the immediate financial impact, the attack disrupted critical healthcare services, delaying treatments, and causing widespread panic. In a bizarre twist, the company ended up paying a $22 million ransom, although the overall damage could reach a staggering $1.6 billion. The incident raised serious questions about the resilience of healthcare infrastructure and whether it can withstand future cyber onslaughts. UK Ministry of Defence payroll hack. 2024 wasn't kind to the UK Ministry of Defence either. A cyber attack exposed personal data of nearly 270,000 current and former armed forces personnel. The breach, which targeted the payroll system, was believed to be orchestrated by Chinese hackers. This incident wasn't just about exposing data, it was a direct hit to national security, potentially endangering the lives of service members. Although there was no immediate evidence of exploitation, the scale of the incident sent shockwaves through the UK, with government officials scrambling to mitigate the damage. The breach also put a spotlight on the vulnerabilities within government contractors, who are often the weakest link in the cybersecurity chain. NHS Scotland under siege. March also brought disaster to NHS Scotland, where the Inc. ransomware group made good on its threat to release 3 terabytes of sensitive data. This included everything from clinical information to financial data on staff, including children's mental health records. The hackers published the data on the dark web, causing widespread panic and fear. The release of such sensitive information not only violated patient confidentiality, but also threatened the well-being of vulnerable individuals whose private medical history was now public. The incident was a stark reminder of how vulnerable public services are to cyber threats and how devastating the consequences can be. It also raised ethical questions about the extent to which hackers will go to achieve their aims, irrespective of the human cost. State-sponsored espionage, the new Cold War. State-sponsored cyber espionage campaigns have become more intense and sophisticated. One particularly alarming case involved Chinese hackers targeting government networks in multiple countries, including Germany and Canada. These hackers aren't just after financial gain. They're collecting intelligence that could give their sponsoring states a strategic advantage in global affairs. Sensitive information was stolen, escalating diplomatic tensions and forcing nations to reconsider their cybersecurity protocols. These campaigns serve as a chilling reminder that cyber warfare isn't just about financial gain, it's about power and control. As nations build up their cyber arsenals, the line between peace and war becomes increasingly blurred, and the potential for escalation looms larger than ever. Supply chain attacks, the domino effect. Supply chain attacks have emerged as a major threat, with hackers targeting software providers to compromise their downstream customers. A notable case involved a sophisticated attack where malicious code was injected into a widely used software update, affecting numerous organizations globally. This attack not only caused operational disruptions, but also exposed users to potential data breaches. The incident demonstrated the critical need for stringent security measures in software development. It also highlighted the interconnected nature of modern technology, where a single vulnerability in a supplier can lead to widespread chaos across multiple industries. This domino effect of disruption underscored the need for greater oversight and security in the software supply chain. Palau's government records stolen. Tiny Palau found itself in the crosshairs of Chinese hackers shortly after the island nation signed a significant economic and security deal with the United States. Over 20,000 government documents were stolen in what Palau's president called the most significant attack on the nation's records. This incident marked a worrying trend of smaller nations becoming pawns in the larger geopolitical cyber chess game. For Palau, the attack was a wake-up call to the vulnerabilities of its digital infrastructure and the geopolitical risks that come with aligning with powerful nations like the US. The event also highlighted the often overlooked cyber threats faced by smaller countries, which are increasingly finding themselves on the front lines of global cyber conflicts. Germany's election cyber drama. As if elections weren't dramatic enough, Germany's Christian Democratic Union faced a serious cyber attack just ahead of the European parliamentary elections. This attack came on the heels of another incident targeting Germany's Social Democratic Party, allegedly by Russian hackers. The timing and target of these attacks suggest a deliberate attempt to influence political outcomes in Europe, highlighting the intersection of cyber warfare and democracy. The attacks not only undermined public confidence in the electoral process, but also raised concerns about the integrity of democratic institutions in the digital age. As election interference becomes more common, countries will need to invest heavily in securing their democratic processes against such threats. The African Union's cyber weave from hell. The African Union suffered a massive cyber attack that disrupted its systems for over a week, affecting more than 200 devices. The AU's deputy chair described the attack as unprecedented, and the cause remains unknown. This incident added to the growing list of cyber attacks targeting international organizations, showcasing the global nature of this digital threat. For the AU, the attack was not just a technical failure, but a political embarrassment that highlighted the organization's vulnerability to cyber threats. It also raised questions about the preparedness of international institutions to defend against increasingly sophisticated cyber attacks, which can disrupt not only their operations, but also their credibility on the world stage. Cyber warfare and the 2024 Paris Olympics. As the world prepares for the Paris 2024 Olympics, cybersecurity experts are bracing for what is expected to be an unprecedented challenge in safeguarding the event from cyber threats. The French Cybersecurity Agency has raised alarms about the heightened risk of cyber attacks during the Olympics, emphasizing that the stakes could not be higher. With the games serving as a global spectacle, they become a prime target for hackers aiming to disrupt or sabotage the event. Potential threats range from ransomware attacks that could cripple essential services to distributed denial of service attacks that might render critical systems inoperable, casting a shadow over what should be a celebration of athletic excellence. The French government's preparation, including bolstering its cybersecurity defenses, underscores the severity of the threat landscape as the event draws nearer. And there you have it. Make sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe because, let's be honest, you wouldn't want to miss out on the next big cyber twist. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll be decoding the latest hack on your favorite social media platform. Stay safe out there and keep those firewalls strong.